Hello, everyone, and welcome to tonight's presentation or live training tips, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to try and help you. Well, I am going to help you understand how by using social media boosts and ads is the way to grow your business faster. I've been doing this myself for a really long time now, and I literally help hundreds of people with this all the time, every month, every year, every day. I'm helping people to set up ads and writing ads and using ads for so many hair and beauty salons. If you're watching live, can you say where you are from and what time it is there, or what kind of business you have? Because the more people that interact with me or chat with me, I can give like more specific examples that might be really helpful for you. I'm just bringing it up on my phone too so that I can make sure that I see any comments. Brett Lee's there. Hello. How you doing? Brett Lee's one of my current clients. I'm helping her right now. She's amazing. Cool. So let me know what your business is, where you're from. As I said, I've been doing this for a really, really long time now. I wrote ads for 8 years for my own hair and beauty salons when I had them. I was always boosting posts like every week, and it was always bringing me more clients. And that's how I managed to really quickly grow from like a home salon into then a proper salon, into then two salons, three salons, four salons, five salons over the years. And then I sold them. And then I started helping other people to use social media and boosted posts to grow their own business. We got Marilyn there as well. Hi, Marilyn. So yeah, if we haven't met yet, that's my quick little backstory. But I've written up a bunch of notes I want to share with you. And my main intention for this is just so that you get a little bit clearer and you feel inspired and driven to go and grow your business bigger and get the results that I know that you want for yourself. Because a lot of the time, like we all want more clients, we want more money, we want to grow our business, but we get stuck in our own head, either not knowing what to do or too overwhelmed with too many choices. We don't have a clear plan. We don't know what we should be following on, or we just doubt ourselves so much and hold ourselves back. Let me know if you can relate to that. And if you're watching the replay, please just type in I'm watching the replay or say replay there so I know who's watching the replay as well, because I know a bunch of people wanted to watch the replay. Hello, Renee. Cool. So I'm just going to share my screen and bring up my notes. Can I quickly, before I do that, can you guys just tell me what kind of industries that you're in, if you're watching live? So I know Renee is in skin. I think Brett Lee is also in skin and body and nails. We've also got Marilyn and a couple of people whose names I can't see right now. That would be cool. All right, I'm going to share my screen and get into it. Do 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 do. Come on, share the right screen, please. Google Chrome. Share the tab. Documents. Oh my gosh. Here we go. There we go. All right, let me know if that's working. Skin and beauty. And Myrna is there as well. Hi, Myrna. All right, so hopefully this is working. So one of the reasons why I wanted to do this is because a lot of people, Sarah's there live, awesome. Monique is a florist. Marilyn's in permanent brows, makeup, and lash and brow treatments. Fantastic. Floristry is cool, Monique. So a lot of people right now have been coming to me and messaging me and telling me that it's just really hard to get engagement or bookings from their social media posts at the moment, and that they feel like it's just way harder now than it used to be, and it just keeps getting harder. Let me know if you can relate to that as well, if you are currently in that situation. If you're posting and like maybe you used to get quite a few views or likes, and now it's just like you feel like you're talking to nobody when you do a post. Not everyone's in that situation, by the way. Some people are killing it. Some people have posts that are popping off. They're getting viewed by heaps of people. They're getting heaps of comments. So it's definitely not just the rule for everyone. It just depends on the type of post that you're doing, which I want to talk about. Brenda is in the USA. Hi, Brenda. And this is because mostly because it is just really noisy right now. So there's just so much content out there, and it's hard for people to focus on anything for too long because they just keep scrolling. And let me know if you can relate to this as well. Sometimes when you open up your Instagram app to like do some work, like you're going to do a post or you're going to chat to some clients in Messenger or something like that, you immediately just get distracted by a reel or something that pops up, and then all of a sudden you're going down this bloody rabbit hole and you end up wasting a bunch of time and you forget what you were doing. Happens to me all the time. Happens to me all the time. But little hack for that, if you're using your computer for work and you don't want to get distracted while you're on the computer, there's this plugin you can install called Kill Newsfeed or Newsfeed Blocker or something like that. And it means so when you're on Instagram on your computer or when you're on Facebook on your computer, you can't see anything in the feed. Like it just kills it. You can't see it. So that's really good for protecting your focus. But if you want people to pay attention to your content, oh, Marilyn's just said that's my situation, hence my post today. It's not as easy as it used to be. Yeah, so you're like the perfect example of this and like exactly the type of person that I'm making this video for. So hopefully it helps. So people will stop scrolling and pay attention to you, to your content, when something is extremely relevant to them. So these days, it's not even so much about like volume of content or quantity of content or how much content you're putting out there, how often you're posting, what the best time is to post, anything like that. It's the relevance. So if you know anything about ads or you look at your insights every now and then, you'll see that there's sometimes a relevance score. And the relevance score is like how relevant that content is to the audience, how much the audience relates to it, how much it is interesting to them. Let me know if that makes sense. Give me a thumbs up or a like or something like that. Relevance. And I'll explain that as we go. So, how do you create relevance? Relevance is created, and I've been preaching this for a million years, but it's getting even more important now than ever before, is specific content for the exact type of person that you want to attract. And I will show you a real example of this in a minute of an ad that I wrote literally today. So I'll show you a real example. So people follow people, either like personal brands or people that you subscribe or follow to, influencers, whatever, online, and they follow brands and businesses if they have information or if they have services or products that help with their specific problems, or if they help them to get a result they want, or if you interest them. So this is a little bit of a side note on this topic, but this is why I think it's important to have a personal brand or to at least put yourself and your team into the content of your business. I've always done it a little bit. Back when I had my salons, not too much, a little bit, but it's just really, really important these days, and it's working so much better. Even with some ads for salons, I experiment with new things all the time, and like using selfies or team photos can do really well in ads instead of a picture of your service. That's just another little side tip that I've been playing with. People just want to connect with people or the people behind the business more than ever. And this is especially because of AI, and people are just like skepticism is through the roof right now. Sometimes people just don't know who to trust, or like, because there's so much, artificial intelligence out there right now, and artificial literally means fake. So as cool as it is, some people still have a lot of trust issues with AI, and it's creating more trust issues with brands. I'm sure we'll navigate it and figure it out as we go, but let me know if you can relate to that as well. And yeah. So I want for a second, if you want to get more attention on your social media account, you need to think about a second, put yourself in the consumer's perspective, put yourself in the customer's shoes, and think about the accounts or businesses that you follow. And if you want to make a list, like a pen and paper list, not right now, but later, of like anything that they have in common, that is really important. And you can take that information and use it in your own content. Usually it's quality and consistent content, consistent. So if there's anyone that comes to mind, like maybe there's three accounts. Like when I think of this, I think of three people that I always follow, that I always see their videos every day, and I always watch all of them. And they all have the same thing in common. They're all really like pretty, like they've put a lot of effort into their videos, and they look really, really nice. They've usually got some kind of neon lighting in the background. It's just that's just attracts me, but also what they're talking about is topics that interest me personally because they're personal interests that I have or personal problems that I have, and their content is about that, and so I pay attention. Does that make sense? Um, Everybody's ads and posts look the same now. I know, Brett Lee. So I drafted an email. I haven't sent it out yet, but it just says like, I'm so bored, or like, because sometimes I go scrolling my phone. Let me know if anyone relates to this too. And it's all just the same thing over and over and over again. There's so many people just talking all about the same things on repeat, and the ads are the same and everything's the same. And it's like, Jesus Christ, like everyone just blends in with each other. So if you want to stand out, like you really need to be a little bit different, but also you need to know exactly who the person is that you want to attract and be relevant. Sarah said, it's true. I hate being in front of the camera, but pics of myself or videos go so much further. Yeah. And that picture, if you saw in my group the other day, I posted a before and after picture from when I had CO2 laser. I've been posting business advice and tips and stuff for months. That one did the best out of any post that I've done in months because it was a personal thing about my personal life. And because everyone's interested in the beauty industry and skin, well, not everyone, but a lot of people in this group are, it was very relevant and interesting to them. Do you know what I mean? So that type of content, while that's not directly going to grow my business by posting that, but what it is going to do is get more people paying attention to me again because I've suddenly popped up and they now want to maybe follow my skin journey as well as the other things that I talk about. So does that kind of make sense a little bit? I'm going to keep asking that because I want the confirmation. Um, so yeah, it's usually something that they talk about interests you and it's relevant and helpful to you. I haven't put a full stop there. So yeah, personal note for me, it's usually like beauty products and skin products at the moment. I'm really trying to look after my skin. Diet and fitness stuff I'm paying attention to because I'm really focused on that. And then also like mental health, anxiety, manifestation, you know, that's they're all my main kind of interests. So that's the type of stuff that I follow on social media usually, and like relationship stuff. So especially not so much now, but when was dating and getting into dating again a few years ago when I met my now fiance, also my engagement post got a lot of engagement just recently as well because people love your personal life. But yeah, when I was getting into a new relationship, I was just hardcore binge watching relationship stuff to make sure that I didn't make a bad relationship decision again because, yeah, the last few didn't work out and I didn't want to do that again. So, yes, thank you, Brett. Perfect sense. Okay. So it has to be relevant to you or interesting to you. Now, relying on organic content. Now, organic content is just posts that you don't boost. So you just go and do a post, bam. You don't put any money on it. You don't boost it. You don't turn it into an ad. It works, but it can be hard unless you're really good at it. And if you practice a lot and you learn how to get good at it, then you can make it work to grow your business. But if you're not really good at it naturally, or if a lot of your posts that you're doing are just absolutely tanking and you're getting like 1 to 2 likes or no likes at all, and nobody's seeing it, it's not reaching anybody, then even boosting that is not really going to work that well for you. You have to work on like what you write with the post and the caption of the post and stuff first as well, so that it starts to get a little bit of engagement, posts, likes and comments and stuff. And then when you boost it, it'll pop off. But relying on organic content, as I was just saying, is like it's hard. A lot of people are still trying to do that because they're like, they don't want to spend money. But usually the reason why they don't want to spend money is because they're not sure that their post's good enough, or they don't think their post is good enough, or their post isn't good enough because it's not getting any results. So you're stuck in this like catch 22 where you're like, I'm doing stuff, it's not working. I don't want to spend money on it because that'll be a waste of money. And then you're like, I don't know what to do. And then you probably, if you're like me, you see these courses for like $5 ads courses every day. I'm getting smashed with them right now. I bought them. I buy a lot of them. I buy short courses They're all the same generic chat GPT kind of stuff usually anyway. Like I bought a $9 course the other day because I was curious and chat GPT had written the whole thing. So I'm like, okay, so this online, you just, you just got to be careful. Quick fixes aren't the answer is where I'm going with this. And they can just overwhelm you as well. But it is much faster to grow your brand and get clients with ads. And I have been preaching this for a million years. I still do because I still do it and I make it work all the time. Some people are still scared of ads. Let me know how you feel about ads. If you're watching live or watching the replay, where are you at with ads? Are you running ads? Have you tried ads? Are you not running any ads because you're unsure and you don't know what to do? Where are you at with ads? So some people are still scared of ads because they don't know what they're doing, so they don't feel confident and they don't feel clear. Lack of clarity is usually a big problem. Is people like, I want to run ads, but like I don't know what to write. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to set it up, or I have a million ideas and I can't just decide on one. Or you've boosted some posts before, you've tried running ads before and it hasn't worked. Or maybe you took like a really short, cheap course or something like that, but there was no support, no feedback. So you tried it and it didn't work as well. I've heard a few people say that. That's why I don't sell courses like that because I know that I prefer to help people to make sure that their ads work and I will like edit their ads for them or draft up new ads for them and things like that if they need help to make sure it works. So I'm going to explain how to use ads that work to bring people to your business. So I'm going to share a screenshot. Sarah boosts posts, but ads scare you. Okay, cool. So we'll touch on that a little bit as well. So there is a difference between boosted posts and like Facebook ads and ad campaigns. Boosted posts are obviously the easier way to do it. I still boost posts all the time for myself as well as my clients. Especially if you do an organic post, I'll just riff on this for a second. If you do an organic post and it does start to get a lot of comments and it gets a lot of engagement, and it is getting people like inquiring about your business or whatever, boost the shit out of that one. Excuse the French. Absolutely listen to what people are like doing and paying attention to. If your post is getting good engagement, it's a good one to boost. Or if you just did only if it's like still to do with kind of getting you clients. So like I wouldn't boost that one that I put about me getting engaged or boost the one about me getting my CO2 laser unless I was selling something about relationships and getting engaged or CO2 laser. It just doesn't really make sense. Do you know what I mean? So your ads, your posts that get engagement should still be getting you leads for your business. Some more ad stuff. Brett Lee says I've got an ad running constantly. I'm getting about 20 likes and followers a week. Excellent. Lucy's running ads, but the last few it's been weird because even though you set your demographic correctly with women, men keep liking and commenting. Oh, that happened to me with one of mine too. And it was only coming from the ads that were running on Instagram for some reason. I was getting heaps of dick pics. It was really bad. And all I did to fix it was I went into, I don't know why it happened. I was targeting only women, but sometimes there's these weird glitchy things. So I just went in and turned off Instagram placements and just ran the ad on Facebook. It kept working on Facebook and the stop targeting men on Instagram. I don't know why. Meta is glitchy and things like that just happens sometimes. But yeah. My thing with ads, says Marilyn, is that I hesitate if I don't know if the person wants to be used as an ad, even though they're put on my page and I feel annoying messaging them to ask. Okay, so that's a little mindset thingy that you can work through, a little limiting thought or a little anxiety or a little fear. Most people don't mind. And if you become okay with them saying no, you can just ask anyway and be like, hey, it's okay if you say no, but I just really love this photo. I want to know if I can use it as an ad for my business. Some people will be flattered and love that. And if they don't want to, that's fine. You just go, that's okay. Thank you very much. But if they consented to having their picture posted on social media, so if you're taking pictures of people's faces and stuff, you should get their consent, usually to use it as like to post it publicly anyway. And if they're giving you consent to do that, then like there's no reason why that you shouldn't be able to boost it anyway, because it's the same. What if you just posted it and then it got seen by 10,000 people organically? It's the same thing if you boost it. So I wouldn't worry too much about that. But also if you feel more comfortable getting permission, that's fine. Cool. Lucy's only running on Facebook. Okay, well, in that case, I'd go check your settings or just try and duplicate it or set it up again and see if that helps. Actually, Lucy, you probably have a setting ticked on that says expand audience if this ad isn't showing to enough people or something. Facebook has all these like AI settings in there now. I hate them. I turn them all off. And if there's that one that's going like show this to a wider audience, it will show it to the people that you don't want it to show it to. So I usually turn that off. So I'm going to just share you a quick screenshot. I have to zoom in my page, so hopefully this works. Just of some of the results from some of our VIP clients at the moment. So if you're running ads, this is what could be happening. If you're currently not getting very many DMs, not getting very many inquiries, not getting many bookings, this is the messages that these clients are getting. So 67 messages for this one, 29 for this one, 27 for this one, 62 messages for this one, 55 for this one. This ad is sending people to a website, 273 link clicks to the website. These are the comments that the ads are getting, 43 comments, 10 comments. Some of them get more than others, 48 messages, 25 messages, 70 messages for this one down the bottom, and 18 comments. So this is what the results from running good ads for your business should be looking like. And obviously it depends on a whole bunch of different things, but I just wanted to share a real screenshot with you just so that you can see that this is what running ads will do for your business if you decide to take it seriously. Cool. So this is another example of, this is in Ads Manager, right? So this is what Ads Manager looks like up here. This is why people are scared of it, because it just looks like, oh my God, there's so many numbers going on there. It's confusing. Like any new thing or skill, everything feels hard at first until you've done it a few times. And then when you do practice it a few times, like if you force yourself to go into Ads Manager, like between 5 to 10 times, you will get used to it and then it will be fine. So this one here, from Jana. She did a post of an ad. I can't remember if it's I think it was one of the ones that I wrote for her. And I've got one that I'll show you in a second as well. 5 days ago, and she has booked herself up with it because it was so relevant. So relevant. So I asked, she's like, we're fully booked. And I'm like, give me numbers. I want to know numbers. She got 34 appointments for her 2 staff, not for herself. Her staff weren't busy enough, so she wanted to start running ads so that she could book up her staff. So she said we'll put 13 plus 21, so she must have got 13 bookings for one staff member and 21 bookings for the other staff member, which is 34 appointments. So that's what can happen when you have a very relevant post and then you boost it. So what we have found this year, though, that I wanted to share, because things change with Facebook ads and Meta and the algorithm and all of this kind of stuff. If we're running ads for a business, for a salon, and they're not getting very many messages, sometimes it's not that there's anything wrong with the ad. It might be a good ad, but Meta and the algorithm has decided that this business is not very relevant because nobody is liking their other posts, right? So engagement posts are equally as important as running an ad. And I've always said this as well. It's like you can't just post sales posts all the time. You can't just try to sell things all the time with every single post because people will not like it. You have to build a kind of a likable brand as well that people want to connect with. So if you're trying to run ads, but you're not doing any posts on your page or any posts on your Instagram, you're just doing ads, your ads aren't going to get the best results. And if you are doing posts on your page, but they're not getting any comments and you're running ads, then your ads also probably won't be getting the best results because they don't show to as many people. So we were having this reach issue where we're running ads for some businesses, we're getting heaps of messages, they were getting seen by thousands of people, and other ones just weren't working as well or being shown to as many people. And we experimented and we figured out that because their posts weren't getting very many comments, the ads weren't working that well. So it's really, relevance is just so important right now, is what I'm trying to say. So it's really, really important that your posts throughout the week are getting comments, at least one. At least one post a week that you're doing is getting some comments, and that you are building a bit of connection and relationships with your clients and followers. So once again, thumbs up or give me a love heart if that's making sense so far. And this is how you're going to start to get more customers and make more money with your business. And this is because of socializing. So remember, we are on social media. This is what social media is for. It's not just for selling. Cool. People buy from brands and businesses that they like and feel connected to. So if that becomes your mission from this point forward for this month or for the next month, is to try and become more likable and connected to, as well as setting up some ads and boosting some posts and running some, getting some ads running, you're going to grow so much faster and bring in so many clients. So because think about it, if you just don't want to give your money to someone you don't know just because they want to sell you something, right? So if you're seeing ads from a business, you're scrolling your feed, you just see this ad from a business, you're not going to just buy it the first time you see it. And I think I talk about that in a second as well. Yeah. When you see an ad, when you're scrolling your feed and you see an ad, maybe it's an interesting ad, maybe it's a product that you're interested in, you probably don't buy from them right away the first time you see it. You probably wait to see it a lot of times before you buy. This is the case for me as well. I'll usually see it. It might be some like, I don't know, skincare cream or fashion item or something like that. And I'll see it and be like, oh, that's interesting. But, it may take 2 months of seeing ads from them, or like multiple different types of ads from them, or a service that I'm interested in, before I will actually inquire. Everyone buys differently, but you have to know that if you're going to run ads, you can't have an expectation that they're going to save you immediately. You absolutely can get bookings from them and make money and get clients when you start to run ads, but it will grow and compound and accelerate the longer you do it and the more types of ads that you do. And if you want to take your business really seriously and you want to grow a big business and you see yourself as a serious business owner, then this is what you have to do to double or triple your business. So, you probably want to see more variety from that business or that brand. You want to see more proof. Maybe you follow them for a while before you inquire, or maybe you just don't do anything and you keep seeing different ads from them until finally you see one, you're like, fine, I'm going to buy that. Let me know if that's relatable as well. Cool. So there's actually only, if you're going to run ads, there's actually only about 1% of people who see your ad who are ready to buy right now. Might be 1 to 3%. But out of like 100% of people who see your ad, that's not that many people. So you have to keep your ad running to get in front of more and more people. And you have to have a variety of ads running to get enough people to see a lot of your stuff before they buy. So as I said before, if you want to take your business growth really seriously, I recommend, this is strategy wise, allow yourself a couple of hundred or a few $100s a week, less if you can't afford that much. But this is what I would recommend as a professional, serious business owner who really wants to scale quite a lot. At least, you can do $35 to $50 to start with, like testing ads on small budgets, like $5 a day, $10 a day. And then when your ads start working and getting messages, if you really want to scale it up and you really want to grow your business a lot faster, then increase that budget to be at least like $100 to $200 a week. Now, for a lot of you guys and a lot of salons, depending on the size that you are right now and depending on the services that you sell, it's usually only one client a week will cover that cost if you have a service that you sell for $200. And the way that you've got to think about it is this money, I'm spending this money to grow my business. I'm spending this money to buy more customers. I'm spending this money to invest in myself and to grow my brand and invest in my future so that I can make way more money, right? So try not to think about it as though you're losing money or it's expensive or it's going to cost too much, because those thoughts are going to keep you small, they're going to keep you stuck, and they're going to keep you exactly where you are, and you're not going to grow if you keep letting those thoughts win. And this is why you have to argue with yourself. Someone commented on my post about that earlier, saying new level, new level, new devil. That's what happens in your brain every time you go to level up. Your thoughts will try and squash you down and try to sabotage you, try to come up with any reasons why you shouldn't do these uncomfortable things, because it's a new level and it's too scary. And so you won't ever get there if you let those thoughts win. And that's just a lesson that you have to learn as a business owner if you want to grow. There's always the next level you get to, there's always going to be self-sabotaging thoughts. Yeah, so running multiple ads at once. Plus, so I recommend at least 3 to 5 ads running at once in Ads Manager, and then at least one post per week that is getting comments so that your ads get seen by as many people as possible. What has Bianca said? I have a product business of multi-use oils for scalp, hair, and skin. I also have a salon which stocks the products and a few other salons too. Would you recommend ads for more e-commerce too? Yes, absolutely. I buy e-commerce products off ads. I buy skincare products and stuff. So is that making sense so far, or was that way too technical? I'm trying to make this video for the type of person who I know wants to grow their business and take it really seriously. And this, if you are that person, like, definitely you can grow your business with simple boosted posts, but if you want to take it like really a lot bigger, like double, triple, quadruple, this is the strategy that you need. So your ads also need to be specifically talking to the type of person that you want to help. Now, notice I said help, not sell to, because this is another little mindset hack and also ad writing hack. And I'm about to show you that one that I wrote today. But if your ads are not talking to the type of person that you like, if you're not thinking about helping people with what you sell, you're going to be thinking of selling something to them. And that type of perspective and that type of energy actually turns people off. So when you write an ad with the energy and intention of, I really want to help people to get these results because it's so freaking good for them. And even if you change your mindset to, if I wasn't trying to make money right now, what would I be telling people about this service? If I literally just was so excited about it and I wanted to tell them how good it was and I wasn't trying to sell it, I wasn't trying to get them to buy it, what would I be just blurting out to them and that kind of stuff and telling people about it? That type of ad and that type of post will usually do so much better than if you're strategically in your head trying to be too clever and trying to sell something and make money. So this is a big lesson that I've learned over the years while growing my business. Anytime I get so focused on the amount of money that I want to make or the amount of clients that I want to make, I basically like just cock block myself and all of my posts become too boring and nobody engages with anything that I'm doing because it's too strategic. Whereas when I come back to the heart and I'm just like, I just want to help the right people, and I trust that the people that are interested in this help and they're interested in these products are going to see it. Like, some people are going to lose interest in this video because they're like, oh, not for me, and some people are going to be like, yes, this is the shit that I need. Then yeah, that it's a really big difference. Super simple, small mindset shift, energy shift, but you'll get much better results if you focus on helping rather than trying to sell. So here's the example ad that I helped with today. So this is the ad that she wrote herself and I rewrote it. So you can see here she's trying to sell, and this isn't necessarily bad or anything like this. It's just she's learning. And a lot of people, sometimes people use ChatGPT. Usually you can tell that it's ChatGPT because it always puts this like headline with emojis. It's becoming really kind of obvious. I don't know if it is completely or not. But anyway, powder brow refresh was the first sentence. Now, in an ad or in a post, that doesn't really get me to keep reading. You want the first line of the ad to get people to keep reading. People call it the hook. It's just, it needs to get their attention and make them curious enough to want to keep reading. And then it's just information here. So every set of brows is completely customized. We start with detailed mapping to suit your face and bone structure, then design a shape for your brows. Before we begin, we make sure you're 100% happy with your pre-draw and select a pigment that matches your natural brow color, hair shade, and skin undertones. The final result looks perfectly tailored to you. Limited time treatment prices, and then here's the prices. But there's actually no call to action on this ad either. It's not telling people what to do. It's not saying message me if you want to book in. It doesn't have a link to the website. So by spending money on this kind of post or this kind of ad, especially if you are just using ChatGPT and you don't really understand like ad writing psychology or copywriting, it's not usually going to work very well for you. And that's why I don't recommend using ChatGPT unless you give it enough really good prompts to get it to, write a good ad. And you have to understand sales psychology a little bit to be able to do that. So, yeah, that wasn't working that well for her. So I rewrote it. Let me know if you think this is better. Marilyn, thank you. I used you as an example because it was a really good one for today. And I want you to use this one next. Anyway, shout out to Marilyn. She's great. This lady needed her powder brows touched up. So this is an example of a story selling ad. There's so many different ways you can write ads. You can write ads talking to the reader like, hey, did you get your brows done like a few years ago and now they've faded? Question mark, question mark, question mark. That could be a good hook because then if it is that person, it's very relevant to that person and they're going to click to keep reading, right? Because they're talking to me. Or this other way of doing it is storytelling, or I call it story selling. This lady needed her powder brows touched up. It's just telling a literal real story about the photo. I'm not showing the photo in this one though. It had been 3 years since she had them done and they'd faded a lot. And then in brackets, if you want your brows to stay looking sharp and fresh long term, touch-ups are really important. Have you had your brows done previously and they've faded a lot? If you're around area, now this is important as well. You want to put your suburb or your town or your city or whatever in the ad too, so that people know that's relevant to them, because then they are, yeah, they're like, well, yes, I am in that area, and would like pricing and info for a touch-up. So we've taken the prices out of that ad, because we want them to engage with it, because then it's going to get shown to more people. If you like pricing an info session, please say touch up below or send me a private message with a pic of your brows. And then we've put Marilyn because Marilyn's name is in the business name. So that just makes sense. And also it humanizes it a little bit. Now, if Marilyn wanted to, and I think I suggested this, she can try this ad with a picture, a before and after picture of the brows that she's done with the lady, but she could also put a selfie with it or something and just have it, because that can work really well, as I said before. Yay. So hopefully that makes sense as well. That kind of ad is going to get way more attention because it sounds more real, it sounds more personal, it's a real story about a real person. It's not just trying to sell something, and have the prices and stuff in there. So it's going to get better results if it gets in front of the right people, which is then when you need to understand the targeting, which I don't have time to get into today, and that's in my courses. Who to target, how to target them, how to get it in front of the right people. And then you also need, once people start replying and commenting and messaging you, then you need to know what to say to them, to how to have the conversation and how to present the price and how to get them booked in. So that's all stuff that I have scripts for and teach as well. So if you want bigger and better results in your business, you need to up level yourself as well as what you are doing. So I wanted to touch on this as well, because if you are that person that actually wants to build your business quite as big as you can, and you want to reach your full potential and you want to make as much money as you are capable of, it's not just what you do, but it's also what you think, because your thoughts will sabotage you if you allow them to. So some questions to ask yourself about what you're currently doing on social media that might help to reframe or create a better vision for you could be something like, would a successful multi-six-figure or seven-figure salon be acting like this or posting like this? Would they? Really, if you're comparing yourself to one of your competitors who's way more successful than you, or way bigger than you, are they posting like that? Would they be trying to do everything as cheap as possible or rushing things? Or would they be following a plan and have a clear strategy and know what they're doing? Big difference. what would my branding or images or website and posts look like if I was a $500,000 or like 500K or $1 million brand? Would it be the same as it currently is now, or would it be a heck of a lot better and higher quality? Would I be going all in with ads and taking them seriously, or would I be saying ads are too scary and I'm not going to touch them and I'm going to stay a small business forever? Now, this is personal preference. I'm not saying that small businesses are bad. Some people like to stay small and want to stay small. Not me. I like growth constantly. So, um, yeah, is that where you want to stay, or do you want to up level yourself and become more serious and take all of this stuff more seriously so that you can build a more successful business? And also, what type of clients would you be attracting? Would you have the same type of clients that you have now, or would you have a higher caliber of customers? So, also, if you want to achieve all this, it's not a quick fix. This kind of stuff isn't, as I said before, it's not something that you can just take like a $5 mini course for, or like a free PDF or something and learn it. Even this video that's been going for 40 minutes right now, like I've explained the basics, but I still can't show you everything what to do and like help you with it in that amount of time. It does take a little bit of time, at least a few months. You can completely transform your business. You can double the amount of money that you make in 12 weeks, in 3 months, because I've helped people to do it so many times, or even at 6 months, or a year. Like you can grow so much bigger in just in months when you fix all this stuff. So when you upgrade and up level all these little parts of your business, and then when everything is being done really well and to a higher standard, you'll start to grow by thousands of dollars per week, ideally, sometimes thousands a month. Excuse me. This also depends on the like size that your business is right now as well, because obviously if you're brand new startup, it's going to take you a little bit to like grow steadily. If you already exist like a larger business and you have an established brand, you can grow quite a bit faster if you already got a large audience. But everybody starts where they are, and everybody has the same potential for growth. It just depends on, is your brain talking you into it, or is your brain talking you out of it? Um, and if your business is growing by even $1,000 a week, that is $50,000 a year. If you're making an extra 2,000 a week, that's 100,000 a year. You can add hundreds of thousands of dollars by starting to run ads. I help people to do it all the time. So there's hundreds of new potential clients out there for you right now, thousands even. They just don't know you exist yet, and they're not seeing any amazing offers or opportunities or reasons to come to you right now. So this is why it's so important to take your ads really seriously. And this is where I really wanted to try and motivate you to get inspired to start doing it, because this is why if you don't have as many clients as you want or need right now, this is literally why. And just enough people don't know that you exist, and enough people don't know how you can help them, and you don't have enough like opportunities out there presenting themselves to these people so that they can contact you and inquire and make an appointment. So I'm not going to try and sell anything in this one, but I did want to let you know that I am currently revamping my online course. I have revamped it to make it simpler, because I know feedback that I got from clients last year, or even at the start of this year, was I'm an over deliverer and I put so much into everything, and people were getting still overwhelmed and overstimulated because I was giving them too much too soon. So I've broken it down and made it really simple. So there's like one thing to do every week, and then you reply back to the email after you've watched the video and implemented the thing and say done. So there's like accountability there for you as well. And then me and my team are like looking at the progress and looking where people are up to, and then we'll like reach out and check on them and stuff if we haven't heard from them in a little while to see if they need some help. And this is because people are overwhelmed and they are overstimulated. And so we have to be accepting of that's just like how people are right now. So if you do want your business to grow a lot bigger, you need to be focused on the right money making things, and then you can double it. I always say that I help people double their businesses, but some people triple or quadruple as well. It depends how like all in they're willing to go. Jessie, who was actually at my event that I just held, she started at $5,000 a month, and 6 months later of implementing all this stuff, she was at $20,000 a month. I've helped other people go from $20,000 a month to like $50,000 a month, and things like that as well when they go all in on this stuff. So if this is something that you are interested in doing and you want or need to grow and you want to make a lot of money, just comment on this video and say, I'm interested, in the comments. If you're in my Facebook group, say, I'm interested in here, and I'll message you. If you're watching this on YouTube, because I'm going to upload it to YouTube later, come and join my Facebook group or message me on Instagram, and just say, I'm interested. Yeah, just message me on Instagram and say course info or I'm interested in the course or something like that. And I can just send you through the information. I have it all in a brand new document as well. I've just typed up a brand new info sheet all about it that's really easy to read through. It just breaks it all down. So just say interested and I can send that through and you can just read it. Previously, I had a video that I made people watch and people just like people were watching the video, but some people were like, I don't have time to watch a video. So I'm making everything easier and faster. And I recommend that you kind of try and do the same thing because that's how society is right now. So if I message you on Facebook, also just make sure you check your others folder or your spam folder if we're not friends because it might go there. Um, so yeah, if you are trying to grow your business right now and you're just using organic content and it's not getting seen and you really want to grow bigger, then like this is just what you need to do. I'm just going to tell you straight up. You either need to get really good at organic content if you want to rely on it, which you're still going to need to learn how, or change what you're doing, or you need to run ads if you want to grow a lot faster and make money, like make a lot more money in just a few months rather than spending another couple of years like trying to figure it out. So, that's what I believe. That's what I do. I want you to have a successful business. I want you to make a lot of money because when you have a lot of money, then you get to have a better life. You get more options, you get more security, you get more freedom. You can do more things that you like to do, that you want to do, that are important to you. You can have more time off. You can spend more time with your kids. You can buy more things for your kids. You can take more vacations. There's just, money is options. It's not a bad thing. It's not greedy to want more money. It's just money is out there and everyone has it. And you get to choose if you're going to be one of the people that plays with it and makes a lot of it, or if you are going to continue to struggle with it forever. It's really comes down to your mindset. So does anyone have any questions about anything that I just spoke about? If not, I will leave it there and hopefully I'm just getting you really inspired for growing your business because that's my mission. It's my purpose. That's why I'm here. That's what my business does. I'm literally trying to help people grow their businesses every single day. I'll see if I missed any questions, but if you have another one right now, please let me know. Dun, 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 dun. So, Bianca, for your oils, multi-use oils for scalp, hair, and skin, if you're doing e-commerce ads and you have a salon, so I'd be using them in your salon to promote them, like share about them on social media. I would probably try and make some like reels or some posts just like telling people how great they are, get like really specific posts. So if those oils help with very specific concerns, make a different post or a different video about each one of, stop sharing my screen, about each one of the concerns that they help with, or each of the different types of people they help with, or even just tell a story about different clients have used them and results, and probably up like try and put some posts out there that are getting comments and then boost them or set them up as ads so that you've got like 3 to 5 ads running at once, or even 5 to 10 if you want to go all in ads manager. And a lot of product brands have a lot of ads and they're using influencers at the moment. I don't know if you see these kind of ads where people are selling like skincare products and stuff, but there's like, I'll see the same ad, the same product. I've got a tickle in my throat. Like 20 times from 20 different influencers who are all using the same product. Marilyn said, would you recommend putting a selfie with your ad of yourself? I have a selfie in my own ads right now. I have, and I've been playing with them for a lot of our clients as well. So it's good to test. It's good to do like two different versions. So as an example, Marilyn, with your ad, I would probably do one version with the picture of the brows and then duplicate it and then do another version with a selfie and just look at the numbers because the numbers don't lie, but your emotions do and your thoughts will. So whatever filter I've got on this is making it my Zoom call go weird, camera go weird, but it's done some kind of blurring thing in the background. What was I about to say? Yeah, the numbers don't lie. So your brain will often tell you like, oh, this isn't working fast enough, this isn't good enough, this ad's not working, even if it's getting messages. But like if it is getting messages, the numbers show you that it is working. And if you don't like, yeah, test two or three different versions of the same ad with different pictures, basically, and the audience will tell you what works, what they like better, with what they engage in better. But if you just try only one option, you're not going to get the same results. You're not going to know. You need to kind of get the market research and the market data um, for people to tell you which one they relate to. So my ad that I've got currently running, I've got ads running that are promoting like, yeah, my courses and my ebook and stuff like that. And I just had a picture of my book on one of my ads for ages, and then I duplicated it and did a bunch of different versions. And one of them I just used a selfie of like me just taking a mirror selfie, and it just popped off and did so much better than the picture of the book. So I was like, okay, it doesn't even um so you just don't know until you try it. Alrighty, I think that's all the questions done. So I'm going to wrap it up. I know some of you guys amazingly are already in my program. So if you need help in there, just post in the private Peace, Love, and Profit group and I'll help you in there. But yeah, if you're watching the replay and you are seriously interested in doing this and you want to like double your business this year, triple it, whatever, just say interested or I want the info or something like that on this video and I will send it through for you soon. Alrighty. Hope you have an amazing rest of the day or night, and I'll see you in the group. Hope this was helpful or inspiring. Alrighty, see you later.